All right, we're back at the pond, and it rained, so that kind of did a negative effect of what we're trying to do. And let's try to come up with an idea of how we can drain it the rest of the way. I'm realizing that's not as great as I thought it was gonna be for pulling up these rocks. And I think maybe I need a new method, but like that one should be small. So some of these smaller ones, it'll scoop them up, no problem. So I'll still do that. But I think for some of these bigger rocks, maybe the move is rent a rock hammer for the skid steer. Look how big this bucket is. That's 48 inches. That look like 48 inches? I guess it is. I wonder how much it weighed when they had big clumps of wet mud. I feel like that's kind of like, this is clay. That makes sense? Clay. That's a nice pile of stuff right there. So there's the holdup. And then all this stuff. Not sure what all this stuff is along the side. I guess I can, if I can't reach down there, I can start digging this part out to get it lower so I can get closer to there. And then I think I can reach out and start digging that out.
Look at all the fish.
Oh, wait. The field looks...
You can definitely see where it all ran out.
Yeah. I wonder if there's like tons of fish in the field. So let me see if I can lower this area right here a little bit, and that might give me a better shot of scooping that stuff out. Look at those ducks, they're so dirty. What are they getting, worms? It's that one stick that we all thought was a turtle right out there. How mucky do you think that stuff is?
It's probably pretty bad.
You think so?
Like, you're gonna sink in if you walk into it. I would assume.
Like, why? Why is there that giant tree in there? And why is that thing sticking out? You can see the difference in the color where that looks like clay. On top of it looks just like soot. Just muck. Just gross stuff. Let's see what we can do. Lower this part of the dam, get it pretty flat, and I think I can reach out in there pretty good. I don't know if I can start driving down in there. I don't know how steep that is, how steep that bank is. But that's not very steep. I can't get that thing stuck. When I say I can't, I mean I shouldn't get it stuck. If I get it stuck, we're gonna be in a lot of, like, I don't know how, well, unless you dig it out. You can get, those things can get stuck. They can, if the mud goes higher than the track, you're in trouble.
I think you can also use the bucket to like,
you use the bucket to kind of pull yourself out.
Yeah.
And if you can't do that, then you need like just the biggest, most ginormous bulldozer. It'd be super fun. It'd be fun to get the skid steer stuck and then use that to pull it out. Goal is to get that pond, much more of that water flowing out. All right, let's do it. So this is like the stuff my brother does for a living. But let it be known to all the younglings in my family, all the little nieces and nephews, this is what I do also. And I do it bigger. Haha. That's a big scoop. Benchmark. Okay, this is benchmark. All right, I'm learning. There's buttons here. This is teaching me how to do stuff. I think if I press that button every time, it'll do that exact same thing every time. Hold on. Let's figure it out. All right, I'm gonna press this button right here. See if it does it. No, I don't know how to. I thought there was some bit of a recode. There's ways to make this way easier. I just don't know how to use it. And when they dropped it off, they were like, just figure it out. So they were very not helpful. All right, so what I figured out is all my strength comes from the pull back. This is where I keep on getting bogged down. When I pull it back like this, all the strength. That's where all the leverage is. I did not realize that. And that's why I think I was getting bogged down so much yesterday. Or yesterday. For you guys last week. All right, let's see if I can move closer and break that dam open.
If you reached your bucket out, you'd touch it.
Really? Okay.
I think so. Or you're getting close.
Yeah, keep an eye on that for me.
Yeah, just don't straighten out all the way.
Hopefully this is not the time when I get stuck. Ah! Let's bring it down a little bit. So we got more water moving over here, but it's not helping us because I think we're jammed up down there also. But let me try to finish solving it over here. I think what we've done is right there is now the lowest point. So I need to dredge everything else up to there so it keeps on going down our little river. Starting with here. That is a big heavy scoop. And I feel like it's leaning me. It wants me to fall into the pond. Because the front of this track was not on anything. If we go right here, I think we keep on cleaning up this. We'll start this thing flowing again. now my controls are backwards. Somehow I got up here. I put my bucket down. In case I fall. Oh, I'm backwards. Okay, I'm backwards. All right, I forgot. There we go. Don't get stuck. All right, we're out. Also, now that I know how to use this thing with actual power, let me see what I can do with this. Everywhere I pool is a giant rock. Like everywhere is the earth, is the earth core. All right, forget that. Let's turn around. So here's the plan. I'm gonna try to straddle the moat, put that in the center. I'll be on both sides, and then dig it out from the center, and that should open everything up. Is what I'm hoping. And hopefully one track doesn't fall in and tip it over. Now we got to go more. Look. There's tons of fish in there. Oh, they're all in here, all over the place.
Oh, yeah.
So if I learned anything from school, that was that when the Pilgrims came over, they met with Squanto, and Squanto told them to mix fish and something else to grow something. So we're putting a lot of fish in this field. Squanto, hit me up. We're gonna grow some stuff. Also, this looks like green ooze. This looks like something like you would find like a Ninja Turtle would end up in, or is what created the Ninja Turtles. Maybe we're gonna need some ninja fish.
There's something else down there too that I don't know if it's plastic or glass.
All right, I'm getting concerned now. That looks like that's PVC pipe. That looks like the other part of the PVC pipe.
Yep.
All right, so I think this is working. I gotta keep on straddling this. I just gotta get maybe 10 more feet into it, and then I can scoop this whole thing out. This straddling the pit thing is getting sketchier and sketchier. All right, if I can just move up a little bit more, which I don't, at some point in time, I'm way past the point of it being sketchy, which I think I'm already there. I'm on two different sides that could cave in, that are kind of caving in. All right, this will be the last one. I'm gonna get one more bucket in here. This should be it. This should break that open. Did it? Still didn't break it open. All right, I gotta This is a little too sketchy for me. I don't want to keep on going. If one of these things falls inside there because the sidewall collapses, we're not going to be able to get this thing out of here. I'm going to put my bucket in there and then just kind of back it up. I'm so close. I got to get it from another angle. All right, let me switch over and drive this thing in. I think I'm coming off. I'm not coming off straight. Yep. I am super crooked. Yep. It's looking pretty sludgy. I'm almost getting to the point where I figured out the controls and what I want it to do, it just does. But I still make a lot of mistakes. Look how strong this thing is, and how slick. I've got no traction with the tracks. It's just ragdolling me, pulling me wherever it wants. Look at that. That's so funny. The water's just starting to find its way out. It's pretty cool. I can drive this thing sideways. This is what lobsters feel like. I've never felt more like a lobster and a dinosaur at the same time. Main goal. Don't fall into the pond. What I'm trying to do is perch myself on this hill and get sideways.
Like right.
That looked like that did it.
Yeah, that helped a lot.
Do we need more?
I think it's flowing pretty good now.
I think I almost just tipped it again. All right, now that the water's flowing pretty good out there, let me channel it and direct it to where we want it to go. Smooth, smooth. All right, let's do this. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell my wife I'm doing this. Rachel, I'm tearing up the farm. I'm having a good time too. Really good time. That's all she cares about. Were you having a good time? Yeah, I was having a great time. All right. Whatever. There we go, just making a channel.
You're just playing in the water at this point.
I keep on telling my wife we need to do like a mom's mud wrestling organization, but she's not into it. So I got to get out there, which means
I don't know if you can reach that.
I got to get here.
Yeah.
So I need to clean this off. I need to like get somewhere close to here and start leveling this out.
That's where you need like a bulldozer. Just come
Bulldozer.
and push it.
Yeah. Maybe even the skid steer can help out from this direction. Let me see what I can do with that guy. But I need to be sitting like right there. Unless we come in from that side, which is not as deep, and we just start digging our way into it. Eventually we get dry soil, right? Like underneath there is dry.
Somewhere. Probably not as deep as you'd like to dig though.
Yeah, crazy idea. You think Suburban could make it through this?
No.
Come on.
Like I said, I don't know how much you're gonna sink into that. I feel like you'll probably get to the edge, drive in, sink it pretty low, and then get stuck.
Yeah, but worst case scenario, we get stuck with the Suburban, we just pull it out with the excavator. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I think Suburban could do it. Mickey Thompson's, you know? Mickey Thompson MTs. That's a good idea. I come in from that side, drive through, come around. How steep is this? That deer's gonna jump out right here. Yeah, I say we bring the excavator, because you're right, we need to dig that out. Yep. So this is about I think a $350,000 piece of equipment. It really almost doesn't make sense for anyone to own one, unless this is all you do, and even then, I think those guys lease them. Or a lot of times they just rent them out, they just rent them themselves. How do I turn the air down? Air condition, 21 degrees Celsius. I don't know what that even means. All right, there we go. Now I'm on the fence. Do I buy a bulldozer? Do I buy a cheap old bulldozer? Because that sounds fun. Or do I just rent one whenever I need one? If I can get a good enough deal, I'm probably gonna buy one. Throw in the comments. Do I need to buy a bulldozer? Do I really need to buy a bulldozer? All right, let's see if I'm as good as everyone hopes I am. Wow, I'm sorry, I forgot what I was doing. Yeah, look at that, moving some dirt. Let's grab some of this dirt. My ability to forget how to use this this machine so fast. I step out for about 3 minutes and I get back in. So my plan here is to make this flat. A nice flat pad for me to drive up on. And I don't know about you, but that's pretty good. I feel like I nailed this flat pad. Aha! That worked. Now I'm gonna drive on it. So I'm kind of building my bridge as I go. It's what I'm trying to do.
There you go.
If I get this thing stuck, I'm gonna be in trouble. I'm so close. Thing is, you don't even need a giant bucket. If I had a shovel, if I could get out there with a shovel, I could just make a little trench.
Can't get out there without.
Maybe I'll start taking some of this dirt and putting it right there to try to make my bridge.
Yeah.
Look at that stuff. That's that silt he was talking about. All right, so what's our next best idea? Is there something that something big we can put at the end of this and throw it out like a fishing rod, like a fishing reel, and drag it in?
After digging into that stuff there, you still think the Suburban can make it through?
It might eat the Suburban.
Yeah, it's a good couple feet of just like slop.
It's pretty deep. It goes pretty deep.
Yeah.
All right, we're smart. We're smart. We can figure this out. All we gotta do is get that much closer. Yeah, I guess I'll start trying to keep the bridge going on, I guess. It's crazy. I mean, I'm looking at this. That pond is not very deep. Maybe 4 or 5 feet, which I guess is what they told me. All right, keep on making the bridge. sludgiest sludge you've ever sludged. Kind of learned how to use this thing. Look at that big rock, destroying all my equipment. So I think I know what this is. We weren't sure, but there's a well over there, that little square thing. And there's what we thought was a well over here. And then someone gave me the idea that like this one might not be a well. That might be like a holding tank or a cistern, where this one pumps it to there and that one pumps it to the house. I would bet you, because we see this here, we see it over there. That PVC pipe is probably coming from there the whole way up to here. And that's what's feeding that well, which we never got that well working. Or we get that one working. So, I think that's what that is. This is clay, right? Tell me this is clay. That's so smooth. That's the clayest clay. There is no clay, more clay. How do I get my knife out? That is the most clay ever. Feel that clay. So the plan is let that completely drain out. We'll get another excavator in there. We'll dig out all the sludge. Maybe we'll put some of that sludge over here. I don't know what we're gonna do with it. All right, that's a big one. I got one. got it. How is that possible? How is that possible? All right, so little smallest rock. I'm like, oh, no big deal. I'm gonna pick this one out. How is that possible? It must be on a ledge or something like that. That is crazy. I'm gonna put it somewhere. A lot of nice rocks in here. I feel like I need to go into the rock business. Sean, rock farm. I'm a rock farmer. I'm gonna figure it out one of these days. Also, nice clay. Well, that's cool. Let's keep on digging. Well, I turned my beautiful field into a wasteland. Don't tell my wife. Let's go look at the pond. So I decided I'm gonna keep the excavator. So the way it works is normally the rental price for a day, if you do 2 days, it's not double. If you do a week, it's double. So like 2,000 bucks was the day rental, 4,000 bucks for a whole week. And I think they want you to get it for a week, and that's less cleaning and stuff for them. So I'm gonna do it for a week. I got a bunch more stuff I can do in here. Maybe I can eventually start creeping down in here and get into the pond. Either I gotta dig that out or crash pump it out. There's a million fish in there. The ducks are getting dirty. That's cool. I'm not sure where I'm gonna put all these rocks, but I gotta do something with these rocks. I gotta move them. So I'm gonna keep on digging out rocks in here. Maybe jump in there, do more digging out here, and I'm gonna let you guys go. See you guys next time. You also might like this video right up here. So check it out. See you guys next time. Oh wait, hold on a second. Got a great Bible verse for you guys. 1 Thessalonians, that's a hard word to say. 5:16 through 18. Rejoice always, pray without ceasing, give thanks in all circumstances, for this is the will of God in Christ Jesus for you. Awesome. I'm thankful that I didn't roll over in that machine and didn't fall in the pond. So we'll see you guys next time.